Hello students, today we are going to discuss about our chapter number 5, that is presentation of data, textual and tabular presentation. Here textual presentation means when we present the data in the form of text, means in the form of paragraph. This method is suitable where the limited information is there and we do not require any more numerical data, like the data given in the newspaper is also the kind of textual presentation. On the contrary, another one is the tabular presentation. When we represent the data in the form of table, this is called tabular presentation, like the data in the form of row and column. That is called tabular presentation. A statistical table is a systematic organization of data in columns and rows. It is given by Newswenger. अब टेबल की क्या पार्ट होते हैं? द सबसे वेरी फर्स्ट थिंग इज द टेबल नंबर. द टेबल नंबर इज वेरी मस्ट आइटम. इट शोज, इट टेल्स अस अबाउट द लोकेशन ऑफ द टेबल, वेयर इट इज. लाइक if we are having table in chapter number 7, it is third table, so the address should be, the table number should be 7.3, means 7 belongs to chapter number and 3 belongs to third table. Second thing is title. Title is also very important part. It should be written in the bold letters and it should be simple, clear and short. All the information should be given under the title. It should be complete in all respect. Like whatever you want to do, the complete information should be covered in the title. But to complete the table, to complete the information, it should not be very lengthy. It should be simple, clear and short. If the information is not completed by the title itself, then it can be supplemented through the head notes. The remaining information which is not covered by the title, that could be covered through the head note. Stubs means the head of the title of the rows is called stubs and the title of the column is called caption. It tells us what contains row, what contains column. Body and field, the main area where the information to be filled up, that is called body. The sum total of all the cells is called table. Unit of measurement, suppose we are considering the values in the form of rupees, then it should be mentioned, it should be in crores, in arabs, in thousands, etc. So unit of measurement must be mentioned over there. Footnotes, footnotes means the information regarding the table need to be supplemented, then footnotes give the clarification regarding all that. And source, if the secondary data is used, then source from where the information is taken, that must be mentioned, that is called source. This is the format of the table. See, on the top the table number is given, afterwards title, and if the title is short, then the information can be supplemented through the head note. Column, the head of the column is called caption, head of the row is called stubs, and the cell, the three things, this is the complete field where the information to be filled. Footnote, any clarification is required, then it can be supplemented through the footnote. And source, if secondary data is used, the source of the data should be mentioned. It authenticates the table, whether the data in the table is reliable or not. Now, guidelines for the good table, it is a very important question. When you are preparing a table, the various points to be kept in mind, what are they? The very first thing is the compatible title. The title must be in accordance with the data contained in the table. Comparison, if we want to compare the data, then it should be shown simultaneously, one by one. It should be close to each other. Special emphasis, if we want to give the special emphasis, then the items of the head rows, top above, and head columns, extreme left, more of such items should be presented in the bold figures. Size of the table must be ideal. A rough sketch should be drawn first, so that the number of how many rows are required and how many columns are required. If rows are more, it should be given in the form of rows. The column should be given those items which are less in number. Use of zero should be avoided. If we are not having data, then it should be replaced by the hyphen. 0 should be used when the value is 0. Otherwise, 0 should not be used. Headings. Heading should be written in a singular form, it indicating the word good like to be used. Abbreviations, as far as possible, abbreviations should be avoided. Footnote must be given if needed, if it is required. Units, in which units, in rupees, in thousands, in crores, that should be mentioned over the table. Total should be at the extreme right. Percentage and ratio, if it is required, you can calculate that if it is needed. Extent of approximation, if you are approximating the data, then to what extent the data is approximated, that should be mentioned. Source of data, from which source you have taken the data, that must be mentioned at the bottom. Size of column should be symmetrical, and ruling of the column should be done so that the data can be represented in a well manner, and the table should be simple, economical and attractive. Now these are the various kinds of table. According to purpose, there are two types of table: general purpose table and specific purpose table. General purpose table is also called the data bank. It contains all the information. Suppose we are discussing about the commercial bank. If we are discussing about the number of account holders, then all the data regarding all the account holder must be the general purpose data. Special purpose data, if I ask about the saving account holders, then that should be prepared separately, that is called the specific purpose table. Then second is the according to originality, there are two type of tables: original table and derived table. Original table means the data in what respect it is collected, in the same manner it is represented in the table, that is called the original table. Derived table, when we derive the data from the original table, suppose we are having the data regarding all the school, but if I want to know about data regarding the plus 1C, then it should be the derived table from the original table. Third one is according to construction: simple table, complex table. Simple table, the one way table which is on the basis of dichotomy, like boy and girl, it is called the simple table. Rural and urban, when the data is on the basis of yes or no, whether it is or not, that is called the simple table. Like I can show you the performa of a simple table. This is a simple table. Like we are having class and we are having number of students, that is a simple one way table which shows the only characteristic of the data. Complex table which shows two or more than two characteristics of the data, that is called a complex table. Isme the three kinds are there. One is the double two-way table. Two-way table, when we classify the data on the basis of two characteristics like boys and girls and classes also. So this is the data based on the two variables. Treble table, when we represent the data on the basis of three characteristics, that is called treble table. Like here the classes are there, afterwards boys and girls are there, and in boys these are further divided into rural and urban. In this way, this is called the treble table. Last one is manifold table. When we classify the data on the basis of more than three characteristics, that is called the manifold table. So these are the various ways in which we can represent the data. It is very important chapter. It tells us that how you can present the data in the form of tabular form, and so conveniently the reader can easily retrieve the information whatever it is needed. Now the classification of data and tabular presentation. This is the quantitative classification and data and tabular presentation. कि किसी भी quantitative, when we classify the data on the basis of quantity, that is called quantitative classification, like this one. Qualitative classification, when we classify the data on the basis of quality, that is called qualitative classification. So quantity से quantitative, quality से qualitative classification. Temporal classification, when we classify the data on the basis of time period, like these different time periods are given over here and the sales of the firm is also given, that is called the temporal classification. Spatial classification on the basis of area or location, that is called the spatial classification. Like the number of students studying in different countries is given over here, so that is called the spatial classification. What are the benefits of it? It makes the data simple and clear. It facilitates comparison. We can very easily compare the data of two different items. We can analyze the data in a very easy manner. It also highlights the characteristics of the data, and also it's a very economical way to present the data. So these are the various things regarding this presentation of data, textual and tabular presentation. Thank you so much.